Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Okay, that should be good. That's roughly about half a cup of cream.
That's a cream. It's with milk now.
Half a teaspoon of fresh thyme and then half a teaspoon of rosemary.
See, you can use it. And I can do it, Mommy.
Okay.
I'm a big girl.
You want sausage in there?
Yeah, because I love sausage. Mmm.
Isn't it good?
Some more.
I think it's almost done.
It's so good.
Isn't it yummy? We'll have to start making our other soup.
Some more.
We'll let it cook for a little bit longer, but the salt is perfect. Okay guys, here is our potato, sausage, and kale soup. Doesn't it look delicious? It is so good. It's got the right amount of smoky flavor. With the cream soup, it's very hearty and delicious. You got the different fingerling potatoes, purple, kale and sausage, and it has rosemary and thyme, so it gives it that really fresh, out of the garden flavor. Some onions, leeks, and fennel. Okay, here's the ingredients we're starting with. Broccoli, kale, fennel, celery, carrots, onions, and we'll put in some fresh thyme and rosemary, and some tomatoes and pinto beans, and our veggie stock. We've added our 2 tablespoons of butter, and now we're adding in our 3 cloves of garlic. Using one of my favorite spatulas. Another one my husband made. Add in our onions. Season them with salt. And some pepper. We'll add in our fennel. Cook that down a little bit. Smells so good. Add in our celery. Now, with using homemade vegetable stock, you definitely will need to season. It's not like using that chicken bouillon. So you can go ahead and season when you add in each ingredient. And then we'll add in our carrots. Everything else on this plate. Okay, this has been cooking for a while here. We're getting some color. We're going to add in our pinto beans. You might think pinto beans don't really seem like they would go, but my daughter does not like chickpeas. Normally I would use a white bean or a chickpea, but she does like pinto, so that's what we're using. And I think it will still be really good. Broccoli too. You might think this is a different combo, but anything goes in your kitchen. You can create whatever recipe you want. You don't have to follow any rules. That is why I am calling this a dinner creation, because it truly is. And I think with soup, you can really get away with that. Okay, next we're gonna add in some tomatoes. Now, if you watched my curry one, the other video we did, we used these San Marzano tomatoes and we crushed them and added the tomato juice. So I am using the leftovers. We don't want these to go to waste. So with these San Marzanos, we just crush them and add them. Make sure you turn your heat down. We're getting a lot of color. We're going to need to add our veggie stock after this. We just want bits of tomato pieces. And then you can finish it by adding the rest of the tomato juice. My veggie stock has been cooking for a couple hours, but we'll definitely take out all of the vegetables before we add it to our soup. Okay, we're going to add in our veggie stock. So we want to measure how many cups. We're going to ladle it into a measuring cup. Okay, we got 6 cups of veggie stock in there. And I think that should be enough. Whatever's left over, you can freeze it for future soups. And honestly, there might be a cup left, but not much. Okay, take a look at the soup here. It's looking good. It's smelling good in here. We're gonna add half a teaspoon of fresh thyme. And half a teaspoon of fresh rosemary.
No. Things you say.
Okay, now we are going to add in 1 cup of kale. We're going to turn up the heat a little bit. It's been on low. It actually smells like Olive Garden's minestrone soup. It really does. I think it's the fresh thyme and the fresh rosemary. And the tomatoes. I don't think they have broccoli in their soup, but it really smells good. Almost there. It does need some salt. I'm going to add in just a little bit. We're going to add in some Parmesan cheese, and that will also give it some saltiness. When you're making soups, you can also put the rind in there. We're not going to do that today. But I am going to add some of this Parmesan. And then you can check how it tastes. Now the leftover kale that we have from both of the soups, we ended up with a huge pile. We only added a cup to each soup, but this would be enough for a batch of kale chips. And if you're curious about how to make kale chips, there's another video. I love kale chips, and so do my kids. So I will gladly make a batch of kale chips with the leftovers. I think we're gonna put this on low and let it cook for a little bit. I am gonna taste it again. Definitely getting there. I think we need to add a little bit more salt. And a little bit more Parmesan. And I'm going to taste it again. So good. Yummy. I'm gonna let this cook for a little bit. We'll just leave it on low. Now, if you feel like your soup needs a little bit more rosemary or thyme, just sprinkle in a little bit. I love that fresh flavor, so I'm actually just gonna sprinkle a tiny bit in. And we're gonna add some pepper and a little bit more salt. Do not be afraid of salt. Just think of, I know some people do need to watch their salt, but this is homemade, and at least you're not eating something that's full of preservatives and sodium. You just need to add in some. And some people don't like as much salt. That's why I always say season to taste, because some people like it a certain way. I have a feeling our soup is ready. Let's give it one more taste. Yum. So good. Okay, we are ready. Our kale, bean, and tomato vegetable soup is ready. It is so good. Okay, guys, that's a wrap. We have created 2 soups. One with meat and one without. And guess what? They taste amazing. I know I was worried about what they would taste like, but they are so good. I will include the ingredients at the bottom, and hopefully I'll be able to add this to my blog on cityfoodiefarm.com. Oh, that was a lot of cooking, and my kitchen is really messy right now, but dinner is made. Thanks for watching. For more videos and recipes, please subscribe, and we'll be creating more dishes. Thank you.